Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online. Well, actually, not just another edition, this one is the 200th edition of Screencasts Online. Now, before doing this week's show, I'd just like to say thanks so much to all the Screencast Online Extra members, both past and present, who have supported me in my endeavours of making Screencasts Online a full-time venture. With your support, I've been able to establish Screencasts Online as one of the primary resources for Mac tutorials on the internet, and make it a viable business for supporting myself and my family, and we truly all do thank you for your support. Now, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I wasn't quite sure what to do to mark the 200th edition, so I threw it open for suggestions. And the feedback that I had indicated that you'd like to know a bit more about what goes on here behind the scenes, as it were. So this week, I'm going to take you on a tour of just what it takes to put together the weekly show. Now, to do this, I'm going to use the show I did last week as an example. So whilst I recorded last week's show, I actually recorded this week's show in parallel. So before we get on to that, let's start off by giving you a quick video tour of my current setup. Okay, so that's the sort of potted history of how a show comes together. Now, I fully appreciate not everything in there will be applicable to yourself, but I just thought it might be interesting to see how the show comes together and what sort of hoops that I tend to jump through each week, although, albeit last week was a little bit more fraught than usual. Okay, that's it for this week. Again, thanks so much for supporting me in Screencasts Online. I really do appreciate it. It's, obviously, with the amount of effort that I put into putting the shows together, there's no way I could do it without being full-time. And it's only by people subscribing as members that I can actually carry on doing it on a full-time basis. So again, thanks so much. Right, so that's it for this week. Back to a normal show next week. Now, I'm slightly late in publishing the results of the members' prize draw from last month, so we'll have that in the rolling credits at the end. And that's it. So, look forward to seeing you next week.